We are now going to hear from Sowmya Madhavan, who will be speaking about the 7 reasons not to miss out on learning Java, an important language in software development. And I turn it over to Sowmya.
Yep. Thank you, Diana. Hello, everyone. I'm Sowmya. I'm a quality engineer developer at VMware. I've been in this industry for the last 10 years. I'm a computer science engineering graduate. So, but after my college, I was working more on the infrastructure part. With HCL, I was as a Windows administrator, and then I joined VMware, where I was a technical support engineer. And of these 10 years, the 6 years were more on the infrastructure part. And in the last 3.5 years, I'm in R&D, where coding plays a huge role. But with 10 years, the last 6 years not having any touch on any programming language, in the last 3.5 years, I've realized that coding is very important if you're in the software industry, especially if you're in if you're a developer or a tester in the research and domain field. So there are many languages: Perl, Shell, Python, Java, C, C++. But I've realized that it's very important to learn Java, and there are various reasons, 7 reasons which I feel that which are the reasons that one in this field has to learn Java. So I'll be taking you through these, and if there are participants on this call, and we can make it interactive. You can share your experience on why this is important, or off late if anything has changed and if we should move on. It can be interactive and discussion. Yeah. So, Java, as we know, it's the evolvement of the object-oriented language, which is C++. So, it's called the COBOL of the future. There's enormous amounts of enterprise-level software in Java. And, big corporations, you name it, Microsoft or IBM or VMware, they rely on Java for good reasons. And there's always going to be a strong demand for Java. For Java developers. It's been that way for the last few decades, and it's going to continue that way for decades to come. And it's not the prettiest language as such, but it's solid, it's well engineered, it's secure, and it has tons and tons of frameworks and other support for it. And it has been a solid choice for a steady career as well in software engineering. And Java is also the language of choice for Android development, which will also remain relevant for a very long time. So this is the importance of Java. Now, getting on to those 7 reasons that I mentioned. It's an open source, right? We love free, right? And open source software. And Java is free and is an open source implementation of the Java programming language. And being an open source, it's platform independent across any operating system environment. And we don't have to pay for it. So it's easy for any developer, to write. Even if you're a beginner, you can just download Java and start exploring and learning by yourself and write code and see how that works. It's one thing is it's about its omnipresence. It's like you're running just about everywhere you can imagine. You can run Java. It's usually where most large applications end up due to its either scalability, its stability, and its maintainability as well. There's also, gigantic push in the Java community to be the leader of the IoT, Internet of Things, and even that's coming, and it's going to be, very fast. So, yeah, open source is one main thing which is one of the key reasons. The second one is its rich API and development tools. So the rich APIs, the application programming interfaces that it provides, and the development tools that it provides makes it easier to integrate with various other programming languages and with various other technologies. And that's one of the main reasons behind its success. You couple it with a wide set of tools supported by this, and you can do everything you need, while you work with it. And also, it's a statically typed language, which means that your code will have to be checked for errors before it can be built into app. So this means errors will be easier to track down in Java. Also, because these statically typed languages are also more strict with definitions, you'll have less strange and unexpected errors as a developer when you're using Java, which means that your code base will be easier to maintain as it grows in its size and complexity. And like I said, the tool set that they are just available, and it's also an amazing community-driven process that ensures that these APIs, they grow continuously in the right direction. When I said development tools, it is those killer editors. The editors that are available, they're very easy. You don't have to worry about your syntax that you're writing. You don't have to, most of the editors have built-in Java applications, Java codes, Java algorithms in it. So you don't have to write again. You can just utilize them using those editors that are available. And due to its strong typing, you'll not only be notified immediately of errors, but you'll also be given suggestions that will refactor and will reformat your code with clear explanations, and also with extreme ease. Now, after using them, most people wonder how they've ever coded before. That's so much true, because when I started using these editors in the last 2 years, I was just thinking how difficult it was during my engineering days when we had to write Java, without these latest editors, where you have to take care of each and every syntax and error, and something comes up, you go back and again see where, what went wrong. And this is my reason. There are lots of job opportunities because of Java. Today, any developer or a tester, most of them, if there's a language that they would know, it would be, Java. Programmers with a sound knowledge of Java are in great demand. And with a large install base, this widely used language, it's creating jobs more and more in the tech industry. And now with the popularity of Android apps, there are countless opportunities for an Android developer, because at the end of the day, Android is also written in Java. All Android apps are written in Java. And, if you want to take your Android development track, then, you can publish your app you always dreamed, and you can just put that app in your Play Store, and it's available for anyone to use it. And then it's this universal usage. It's that you just write once and run anywhere. I mentioned about this omnipresence before, and its stability and scalability. And we can find Java on mobiles, on desktops, large scale applications. N number of applications that you talk about, at the back end, it's written in Java. And it's getting big in the field of IoT, as I said, which is one of the latest technologies. And because it's a high level language, and which means that Java abstracts way, that is handles the way it handles it for you, most of the complex details of the machine, such as memory management, etc. It handles it for you. So you can focus on programming instead of worrying about those small little details that you would consider that it's tedious or it's difficult. And this is one thing, it's great community support. You have some issue with Java, something went wrong, you just search on Google or on any Java community forums, and you will have answers right away. There are 10 million Java developers, and I think the number is even more right now. So the Java community continues, it's continuing to grow. And just like any other open source technologies, it promotes the philosophy of giving back to the society. So there are a lot of online forums like Stack Overflow, expert Java programmers. These, are always happy and ready to help newcomers and freshers into the field. And then it's used in real world applications. So like I said, Android is one, and then all mobile applications, they're written in Java. So even websites like, it's Amazon or Facebook, LinkedIn, eBay, all are, the backend is Java. It also finds use in enterprise application development, cloud development, and it's become, it has a strong development roadmap because of its security aspect as well, and the performance that it brings compared to other languages. And there are a lot of these just-in-time compilers and then improved JVMs. They, the performance is optimized in real time, and the Java programs run faster. It's also helpful as, as your application grows larger and you need to handle more processes. At that, during those situations, it becomes very handy. Also, it's a software that leads by example. And since it's an object-oriented language, it internally embraces all the best practices of object-oriented design. And it strongly suggests that you learn and follow them. And it also promotes the correct usage, and many of the documented design patterns use Java as the language de facto. Many of the design patterns do. And understanding these design patterns, can lead to much more maintainable code. Yeah, and it's easy to learn. Most of the freshers or most of the engineering graduates, they pick Java as the first programming language as it's easy to learn. It has the clear syntaxes, just like how we know English, it's readable, and it's easy to learn in a short span of time. There are a lot of, just ebooks and online tutorials that make it so easy to learn Java and start coding. And it's actually designed to be relatively beginner friendly, and it assumes that the programmer is not that smart or careful, so programmers would be less likely to shoot themselves in the foot when coding Java apps. So those are the 7 top reasons why you have to learn, or why it's good to learn Java programming when you are in this field of IT industry. So I want to emphasize a few more points on Java's importance. Is its simple use. So it's used for any web applications. One of the main causes of Java popularity was its web use. So you can use Java to develop web applications and platform several devices, including computers, PCs, gadgets, smartphones is what I said, Android. And also because it's also an important programming language for networking and also transfer web data easily. And it's everywhere. So, you just write once and then you run anywhere. Be it your enterprise desktop, like I said, 10 million Java developers. It's the most preferable programming language. Most of the games that I said in Play Store, all are on Java platforms. And it's huge API designs, it's huge libraries. Now, why do developers prefer Java? Even if you think of any top IT company, most of the products that are released at the back end, they're all in Java programming languages, because it's been trusted and it can scale. And it's also easy to learn and to implement it because of its rich API set. It can integrate with any other programming language. So it becomes easier to integrate with those and then implement it. It's versatile. And it's also efficient, and it's portable, which is one of the main advantages of it. And you can develop projects to run on web browsers and web page. Again, it's web integration is one, again, most important feature. Creating a server-side application, like be it an online store, review forums, and any type of forums, it's easier on Java. That's one of the reasons why developers prefer it. Now, creating innovative and powerful applications for smartphones, IoT. This is another, when you're a developer, you want to develop or write code in one of the latest technologies. And, since Java helps us or works with all these latest technologies, it's easier for developers to, code in Java. And it's OOPS concept support. All of these inheritance, abstraction, encapsulation, polymorphism, which are the main building blocks of, the OOPS concept that comes by default in Java. So it's much easier, it's flexible, it's portable, and its support for these OOPS concepts makes it even more, popular to be adopted as one of the most popular coding language. Yeah, just want to emphasize again on the career opportunities. You want to be a SQL developer, Java developer, most of it, there is always, an opportunity there when you have Java as one of your skill set or as your skill set. It's platform independent, as I said, both compiler and interpreter based language, and it gets converted source code to native code. And when you execute a Java web application on one OS, then the Java executor generates these bytecode, and then you can write your code and run it anywhere, which is one of the main reasons for Java being the preferable language. And those development tools, these editors, Eclipse or IntelliJ or NetBeans, these play a crucial role in making it easier for the developers. And white areas that, Java, for collaboration with be it e-commerce or into aviation, in the banking sector or in the IT industry, Java is everywhere. And these are the application areas, be it the automation that runs within a printer, the games on your mobile, the laptops, in the data centers, and in webcams, internet. All these are the application areas of Java. Now, who was behind Java? So originally it was owned by, the Sun Microsystems, and then after Oracle acquired Sun in 2010, it's Oracle. But there are a lot of these giants that support and contribute to Java. With VMware, where I'm currently working, is one of them. So most of our products also are written in Java. Yeah, so these were the top 7 and many more reasons for telling why we should learn Java. And as I said, though, for the first 6 years of my career, I did not get a chance to work on it. In the last 2 years, I have started learning Java and also implemented Java in the current work, where we automate the testing of, we do scale testing of software-defined data center. And we've done automation in Java, where we scale up a software-defined data center with all the products that make an SDDC, and there we've used Java. So, and I found it, very helpful. I wanted to tell all the beginners that if you are in this field, then Java is one of the languages that you should be, if you haven't started, then I think we should start learning Java. So I would like to, this was a quick, a short talk on this. And if there's anyone on the line who would like to share more on this, then, yeah, we could do that.
Thank you so much, Sowmya, for a great presentation. I think that this is great food for thought. And I know a lot of people will be watching this recording in the coming years as they're trying to figure out their own professional development. I agree with you. I think Java is a really important base for a lot of other applications, a lot of other uses. So it is a great one to learn. And I've also learned Java, and I agree. I think it's important for anyone planning to get into this field. So with that, I guess we'll wrap up. But I know people may want to reach out to you with questions in the future. So can they reach out to you? Are you on Facebook, Sowmya?
Yes, Diana, I'm on Facebook.
Okay.
Sowmya Madhavan.
Okay.
Or my email ID would be soumyam85@gmail.com.
Okay. I'll add that to the website in case people want to reach out to you.
Sure.
All right. Well, thank you so much for the presentation. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, Diana.
All right. We have 3 more sessions left of voices. So I hope that you will participate in some of the other sessions coming up.
Sure.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.